Your presence is extremely intimidating. Yes, sir. Let me say it louder. For my chosen ones in the back. Listen, family, your presence is extremely intimidating. I need somebody to drop in the comments and say, I am who I am. Yes, sir. Let me say it louder. For my chosen ones in the back. Drop in the comments, family, and say, I am who I am. Reno, what do you mean by this? See, when you are a person who has a dominant spirit, you tend to control the room. You tend to control the environment. You are an individual who have a intimidating presence. That's why they act weird and strange whenever you step into the room. Makes sense now, don't it? See, family, you are what we call a natural born leader. There was a book by John Maxwell, I believe, and the book was entitled The 5 Levels of Leadership, all right? I want to put you up on game real quick before we get directly into this video. So the first level of leadership is position. This is when people follow you because of your position. They follow you because of you being the manager, the supervisor. I have no choice. You can practically fire me if I decide to disobey or be disobedient, right? That's just the laws of the land or the regulations at that facility. Number 2. Permission, okay? This is based around relationships. You ever seen a person say, yeah, man, I bought that stock because my homeboy said. Or, yeah, man, I betted on this person because my best friend Tony did, right? It's not a following situation as if they can't have a mind of their own. It's based off of the relationship, the bond, the trust. You follow what I'm saying? If they recommend it, if they rocking with it, you know what, bro? I'm going to rock with it. That's off of permission. That's a level of leadership, right? Number 3, production. This is centered around results. People follow you because of your results, because of what you've done. This the person on the job. If y'all working at the warehouse, this particular person can stack all the boxes the fastest. They cornerstone. Everything is to the T when it comes to this particular individual. Reno, what are you saying right now? People gonna follow him or her based off of their production. We know that you can get it done. You have results, all right? No different from a counselor. Well, if this counselor have results, you know what? I'm gonna follow her or him. Why? Because we have results, or they get results. Make sense of what I'm saying? That's a certain level of leadership. Number 4 is this right here, y'all. People development, right? This is centered around reproduction. Reproduction, y'all. So this is when people follow you because you are focused on developing other people, right? You help people become the greatest version of themselves, or even just open up and realize to who they are. You follow what I'm saying? This can be very intimidating. All right. Tyler Perry said, I believe, on the Hip Hop Awards or the BET Awards, that he has made more black millionaires in the city of Atlanta than all the other studio productions or the production studios, combined together. Right? People are following him because they know that he's about personal development and helping other people get to a higher position. And the last one, y'all, is going to be number 5. That's the pinnacle. This is centered just straight up off of respect, okay? This right here is straight up off of respect, which means people are rocking with you for you. You follow what I'm saying? Sometimes, y'all, when celebrities get to a certain level, they don't have to do auditions. They rocking with them off of them. Martin Lawrence, we know you Martin Lawrence. Denzel, we know you Denzel. We respect you because of you. You follow what I'm saying? When it comes to a person who's good in boxing, listen, we don't have to vet you out. We just gonna go ahead and give you a fight because we know that you gonna show up and show out. We respect you for you. And that works for anything, right? Even when it comes to a woman rocking with a man, it ain't nothing like knowing that woman love you for you. She respects you for you because of who you are, your charisma, your personality, you as a being. You follow what I'm saying, bro? And so that goes right back to it. That's the pinnacle. Respect. Versus a person just rocking with you off of what you can do or what you have. That ain't true respect, all right? That's admiration of materialistic possessions. But with that being said, y'all, we're going to get right back into this because it's a big circle. You have a presence that's extremely intimidating. And that's why you are placed in a position of leadership. Now, I know the question you're asking. Well, Reno, which one is me? I can't tell you who you are. I can only give you the levels of leadership. You know where you fall at. You know where you fall at. I've gotten to a point where people rock with me for me. At the same time, I know I'm also number 4, where I help people become the greatest version of themselves. A lot of people come to me also because they know that I'm a pour into them. That's a level of leadership, right? But you ultimately want to be at the pinnacle where people respect you for what you stand for and for what you do, all right? I hate to go into a long rant, but I want to let you know how important this is by giving you some information about how dominant and how intimidating your presence is. You are a natural born leader. Somebody drop that down below in the comments. I'm a natural born leader, all right? But with that being said, y'all, let's go ahead and get directly into this video. For me, y'all, I think this is like the 3rd video of today. If y'all follow my other channel, the Reno Speech Riches, y'all will see I posted 2 times today. But we finally made it to the Reno Speech Life channel. And like I said, y'all, we're going to keep on speaking life into this channel. I appreciate everybody who's tuned in and supported the channel. All right. Today, your boy has some dirty rice with the hamburger meat in there. I had some baked barbecue chicken and some seasoned Asian vegetables. It was pretty good. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm on big boy status right now, but it is what it is. But I hope y'all had a great day. Drop in the comments. Let me know what y'all ate. Let me know how y'all day been. All right. I always read the comments, and I got to respond back to some more anyway. But yeah, y'all, let's get right into this. Y'all leave a thumbs up on this video as well as subscribe to the channel. Yes, sir. Not only that, y'all, but y'all be sure to ring my bell so you can be notified after every single video I post. Number 1, y'all, you have a strong personality. All right. You have a strong personality. This is what feeds that intimidating presence. You're not trying to be something that you're not. You're not trying to harm others. You're not trying to scare people. You're not trying to steal the show. You just naturally have a strong personality. Well, Reno, what makes a strong personality? This is a person who speaks without even having to speak. Yeah. This is the person whose silence is loud alone. You don't have to do much. You don't have to say much. People just automatically get it. Well, how do they automatically get it, Reno? It's because of the aura that you carry, your demeanor. See, you know a person who you can play with, and you know a person that you can't play with, right? Somebody drop that down below in the comments. You can't play with me. You know a person who you can play with, and you know a person who cannot be played with, right? So, for instance, a woman may play with a man who's considered to be a simp, who's considered to be somebody, you know, who's kind of like a pushover or run over, weak, right? He can be used, okay? But she's going to respect the man who has some confidence. She's going to respect the man who's not a pushover. She's going to respect the man who can say no, okay? It's not about being an asshole. I got to say that, y'all. It's not about being an asshole. It's about being a person of strength, okay? It's about being a person of strength. And the funny thing is, men respect women of strength. Yeah, you're not going to see no man playing with no woman who's about her business, who carries herself like a lady. She carries herself like a woman. You follow what I'm saying? She got respect for herself. Why you think the women who be on social media posting butt pictures and, you know, showing everything else but their faces, they just showing the body, look y'all, you know, taking butt naked pictures. Obviously, this is a thing, right? But why you think men only respond to them or only want one thing from them? It's because what you presented, okay? If I look at the pizza commercials, I'm expecting some pizza, not a Subway sandwich. And that's the same thing with this. Reno, what are you saying right now? This goes right back to a strong personality, all right? People know that they can't play with you. They not even going to try you on anything because you're not presenting yourself like you can be tried on anything. You follow what I'm saying, y'all? Drop in the comments and let me know. You got that strong personality. Trust me. Number 2, it's going to be this right here, y'all. You're outspoken, all right? You are outspoken when you think about some of our greatest delegators. Stokely Carmichael, Huey P. Newton. Okay, I'm giving y'all some black history, by the way, too. Huey P. Newton, Chairman Fred Hampton, okay, Frederick Douglass, Marcus Garvey, Malcolm X, Martin Luther King. The list goes on, y'all. The guy with good trouble, Andrew Young. I can keep going. You know, when it comes to individuals like this, they were extremely outspoken, and this made them an intimidation to corporate America, to the white supremacy, to a lot of people who see them as a threat. You follow what I'm saying? And so when it comes to people being very outspoken, you're going to be very intimidating. The world is not used to seeing a person who's proud to be outspoken. Most people are able to be bought. Yeah, this is why you see your favorite celebrity. At first, they were standing up. They were strong for the people. You know, they would salute for the people. And then next thing you know, you seen them on television with a baby suit on, right? Not a bathing suit, with a baby suit on, dressed up like a baby, dressed up like a clown, dressed up in a dress, whatever it takes to get the check. That check does what? Shut them up. Shut up. But see, the thing is with you, you can't be shut up. You're outspoken, all right? Have you been outspoken on your job lately or even in the past? When things are not going right or when things are, clearly taking a turn for the worst, you're not being paid what you need to be paid. You're not being respected how you need to be respected. And jobs are notorious for this, right? Jobs are notorious for treating people who are like 45 years old, 35 years old, even in your 20s, like kids. Okay, I'm not saying that you are being a kid and they're doing this. I'm talking about like when people are mature, they coming in to work, they trying to have a respectable adult conversation. They still try to treat you like a child because of the position they're in, right? That position. And sometimes, y'all, a person don't care about their position. I care about my respect as a man or as a woman. This goes right back to being outspoken. When you're outspoken, you don't care who's the big boss. You don't care who the big manager. I don't care who the person is who handing out them checks. Now, I'm going to respect you, but I do demand my respect too now, okay? You are outspoken when things are not going right in the family, when one family member is choosing another family member over the other one, when somebody is making a difference over the other one, when somebody else is, being funny, showing favoritism, discrimination, whatever the case is to another family member, what do? You speak up. You're outspoken. You ain't going to treat my child no type of way. You ain't going to treat my brother, my sister no type of way. You're not going to do this because this is what happens when you are outspoken. However, y'all, when you walk in the room, they know you're going to say something. This gives your presence an intimidating energy. All right. You are extremely intimidating. Understand that. And it's not because you're trying. It's because of the dominance that walks with you in every room. Number 3 is going to be this right here, y'all. Intelligence. Okay. Intelligence. Family, a person, an organization, a group of people, whoever else, they will try you on some of the most craziest things when they feel like you are naive, when they feel like you are ignorant, okay? When you think about people who got finessed back in the day when it came to a record deal, what happened to people who was back in Sam Cooke day? He was one of the only ones who slid through the cracks, right? But back in Sam Cooke day, they were taking them guys publishing. They were taking their masters. They was taking everything and called it recoupable expenses. Okay, they was giving them money, but they had to pay them quadruple what they gave them. It was bad. Why? Because of the intelligence. They were just poor people who came up in the industry and they found a way to become famous and get a little piece of change, not realizing that they were really signing a deal with the devil. This goes all the way back to intelligence. Family, when you are intelligent on your job, people are going to treat you differently. You become more intimidating, all right? When you are intelligent in a relationship, the partner who trying to run game on you gonna look at you differently. They gonna try to run that game a little differently. Yeah, they may be a little nice to you. They still gonna try you now. Okay, I ain't saying everybody, but it's always gonna be a few who try you, but they gonna try you a little differently. Yeah, they gonna present themselves a little differently. Family, when people reach out to me in my DMs, and I've had celebrities, I've had regular people, other social media influencers, when they reach out to me, they reach out to me in a respectable manner. Like, people don't try me, all right? I didn't know I was intimidating until I started paying attention to how people was responding to me. And you have the same type of spirit, the same type of vibe. You will notice when people respond to you, react to you, or reach out to you, they're going to talk to you a little different because of your intelligence. And intelligence has always been power, always, from day one, all right? All the way back to when Jesus was walking the earth with a robe and some sandals on. I'm just being honest. Number 4 is going to be this right here, y'all. You say what you mean and you mean what you say. Let me say that once again, because I know somebody in the comments said, Reno, what you say? Listen, y'all, you say what you mean and you mean what you say. This means that you are a man or woman of your word, all right? And so, family, anytime you are the type of person who say, hey, man, I'm going to get me a house, and then you actually get you a house, I don't care if it took 1 year, 2 years, 6 months. When you say you going to do it and you actually do it, that can be intimidating because if you say you're going to conquer the world, what? He may be successful at this. She may be successful at this. All right. You said you was going to go to college or you said you was going to get that trade, get your CDLs, and you actually did it. What? That can be intimidating to a lot of people because all that screams out to them is, man, I ain't going to have my homeboy. Man, I ain't going to have my homegirl. Man, my family member finna leave. They see you as being absent in their lives whenever your dreams start coming, into reality, or the things that you have manifested begin to come into a reality. That's a real thing, y'all. When you say what you mean and mean what you say, that can be frightening and intimidating to certain people because everybody ain't on that. Some people just be talking. Yeah, man, I'm gonna move to Alaska. 5 years later, they still right here in Atlanta, Georgia. Yeah, I'm going to open up that business, man. I'm getting close to it. They ain't even looked up how to get the LLC. They just talking. It sound good. It's almost like when you was a kid. I'm going to move to Antarctica. No, I'm going to move to Africa. No, I'm going to have me a Bentley. No, I'm going to have me a Lamborghini. There's only one of those kids, maybe two, maybe, out of 20 kids who really lived up to what they said they was going to do. You follow what I'm saying, y'all? Drop in the comments and let me know. The next thing is going to be this right here, y'all. Very powerful. Number 5, eye contact. All right? Eye contact. Family, the reason why you are very intimidating, your presence is extremely intimidating, is because you make eye contact with people. All right? I don't know about y'all, but for me being from the South, I done said it 100 times. I know somebody going to say it in the comments. I done said it 100 times, y'all. Yes, I'm from the South. But when you grow up in a place predominantly in respect, or a place that requires respect, when you shake a man's hand, you look them in the eye. When you're talking to a man, you look at them in the eye. Now, I'm not saying to get weird with it, but I'm just saying it's a sign and signal of respect. Everybody is not used to that. I'm not saying that people from the city or people who's from up top don't do it. I'm just saying I was naturally raised into it, right? I don't know your upbringing or other people's upbringing. But what I do know is when you show eye contact, a lot of people won't be used to that, okay? When you're on a date and you give that eye contact, they ain't used to that. Everybody normally talk and look around while they're talking. They very playful and not really making eye contact. But when you make eye contact, you're going to be able to look at them in their soul. You're going to be able to look and see what their intentions are. You're going to be able to look and see if they are serious about you, male or female. You're going to be able to see why, because you're making eye contact. A lot of times people finesse other individuals because you didn't look them in the eyes. A lot of times people get over on certain individuals because they did not look them in the eyes. Reno, what are you saying right now? In this world that we live in, y'all, you can avoid a lot of BS if you just look a man in the eyes, okay? Somebody drop in the comments and say, I'm not scared to look at you in your eyes, all right? Make sure you drop in the comments, family, and say, I'm not scared to look at you in your eyes. But, y'all, we're going to do a recap, and then we'll get up out of here. All right. Once again, your presence is extremely intimidating. Number 1, you have a strong personality. All right. Number 2, you are outspoken. Number 3, your intelligence. Number 4, you say what you mean and mean what you say. And number 5, y'all, eye contact. Listen, family, y'all make sure y'all go over to the Rich Mentality Academy, join the membership, go meet your tribe. If you're watching this video and I haven't had the links up yet, y'all bear with me. I'm about to put them up, but I'm doing 100 things at once. Just bear with me, family. Y'all be sure to go over to the Rich Mentality Attire website. That's richmentalityattire.com. You can get you a Yes Sir t-shirt, get you a Yes Sir hoodie, book a one-on-one session with your boy, or check out any one of my books. I'm going to catch y'all in the next video. Keep a rich mentality. Peace.